uncommons. We covered all the colors, the colorless, and now it's gonna be a little bit easier to decide how good the multicolored signposts are, and if we believe that the color pairs are gonna do what Wizard intended them to do. There is way less multicolored cards in this set. Uncommons, normal amount, 10, but less rares and mythics. So let's start with this one. Scotty, wanna lead the way?
Sure, this is... Oh, you... Okay. I see why. You want me to read this one. Akawai, the Seething Tower. 1 black, green, 3 mana for a legendary creature fungus. It's a 3/3. As long as there are 4 or more permanents in your graveyard, this gets +2/+2 and has trample. As long as there are 8 or more permanents in your graveyard, this gets +2/+2, an additional +2/+2, and can't be blocked by more than one creature. So you can only block it with individual cards. 1 card. So it's a 5/5 if you're up to send 4, and it's a 7/7 if you have 8 or more cards. Sure, great. The last part is gravy. 5/5 trample, not super difficult to attain. Not super difficult. This is a solid payoff. I think this is a solid payoff. I'm not like...
Best payoff so far.
Yeah. I'm not... Gosh, I'm even looking at this, and I'm not thinking like, oh, this is like the craziest thing in the world. Especially since it starts off kind of small.
I mean, no, like 3 mana 3/3 is serviceable. It's not like
it's fine.
It's not bad.
3 mana 3/3 gold card is it's okay.
But the upside.
Yeah. I believe that I will pick this card at like I'm gonna pick this card at about a C+ rate, and in color it's like a B.
Okay, we have the in-color grading for these ones, because we like to give them a little bit lower grade, because I don't believe, and I think Scott agrees, that you don't want to pick too many multicolor cards early, until you know that you're in those colors. Unless you're sure, unless they're splashable, that gives them like a higher base grading. So in color is when you know that you're in these colors. I think getting this to a 5/5 is pretty fine. I'm on a B- in color. But out of when I'm not sure, I think C is fine. How highly I pick it, because I don't think it's great to splash it. But in color, it's pretty good. Bartolome del Presidio. For white and black, it's a 2/1. Sacrifice another creature or artifact. Put a +1/+1 counter on this guy. Instant speed on a 2-drop, that's pretty good. But the problem is that it's free sec. That's cool, that's really nice. The 1 toughness is a bit of a problem. But white-black has enough good things to sec this, so... I think again, like, I give it a B.
This is not going to tussle as a 1 toughness for very long.
Yeah. But I mean, how quickly is it good to sacrifice a lot of things? And plus, it's a 2-drop and you cannot have multiples of this on the battlefield. I think it's great in color. I think I pick it as a C plus and give it a B in color. I think it's really good in color.
I'm actually totally fine with that. So if you haven't played with free sack outlets before, right? You haven't been jamming Modern or whatever, where these effects... Well, they don't really print effects like these anymore. Like, there's going to be a stage in the game. You're at 8. Your opponent's attacking you with a 2/1 Bartholomew. And you have to block it, because otherwise they just kill you. Like, you can slide across the finish line very, very easily. If you just have enough fodder to the point where the threat of activation is massive.
And swing all is a thing.
Yes. Yes. So it's like not even you can throw all your creatures in front of this, because you got to block the other one. Scary. This card is scary. I like this a lot. I am on the same level with your grades.
Helps with the descent a bit, so that's nice.
Kaparokti, Sunborn. 2 red, white, 4 mana total for a legendary creature. Human Soldier. It's a 4/4. When this attacks, you may tap 2 untapped artifacts and/or creatures you control. If you do, discover 3. Powerful.
Powerful.
Very powerful. Limited to once a turn, which is a little sad. But if this attacks once, super strong. If it attacks any amount of times after that, there we go. There we go. That's pretty wild. I think. It also depends on how strong we think Boros is, but this is a very good card on its own. Like, just in terms of like how strong it is stacked up to the other cards we just looked at, I think it's.
I think it's great.
I think it's about the same. I honestly think it's about the same. So I think this is a C+ for me. I'm gonna draft it as a C+, and in color I think it's a B.
I think it's also in color. It's a B. I like this a lot. And there are really good tricks there, and there is like super easy to tap 2 things. Like you discover 3, like you get a full thing. Like, on the battlefield or draw it, and for this thing, even if it's a trick, it's kind of fine. Because that means opponent cannot block really. You put it in your hand and you do that. You do that. They're gonna see it, but you block. So I like this a lot. B in color, is that okay?
I'm totally fine with that.
It's really powerful, even though it's a 4-drop. Captain Storm, Cosmium Raider. For blue and red, it's a 2/2. Whenever an artifact enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on target pirate you control. That's power. That's power. This is wow.
Hey, sorry. What was your
Initial grade?
like normal out of color grade for the Sunborn?
C+.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that's wow. This, I think in color this is a B+, and I actually think I'm picking this as a B-. I think this is the best one so far. That's some power. Any pirate, this is a pirate. Flying pirates. You get map tokens, you get artifacts, you get treasures. Really good treasure makers. You have good artifacts in blue that you just play. I mean, this is just powerhouse. B- and B+ in color. I mean, this is gonna be. So far, they've been really good at what archetypes can do easily. Not even once per turn. I mean, this is a nightmare to play against. I'm gonna pick this. This is gonna be a reason for me to be blue-red, like to abandon some other color.
A Braid. Braid is in the pack, and this is in the pack. What are you taking? Pack one, pick one.
I think a Braid could change.
Okay. I'm on a B, and I'm fine with a B+ in color.
I'm okay picking this over a Braid as well. I think maybe I'm okay picking. Maybe. Because like, I like pairing things with blue, right? So if I'm gonna pick a red card, I kind of like having a blue lane open. Wow, that's crazy. You get all these names.
This is the hardest one.
My name is Storm. You have Huzgikoko.
Oh wow. Isquinith.
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 Isquinith. Hey.
Firstborn of Gishath. Red green, 2 mana total for a legendary creature. It's a dinosaur. It's a 2/3 with haste. When Isquinith, Firstborn of Gishath, enters the battlefield, you may pay 2. When you do, target dinosaur you control deals damage equal to the power to another target creature. Yeah, I think that this is also extraordinarily powerful. I think this is also a B+ in color.
Yeah.
Same as Storm, but I'm taking it slightly lower at a B-.
Yeah, B-, B+ seems fine. Because I think that Izzet is going to be a little bit better than green, red. But I mean, this on a 2 mana is a 2/3 haste, which is pretty good. But this on its own, it's a 2/3 haste for 4 mana. Like later on, that deals 2 damage to something. I mean, this is very good. This is like Flame Tongue Kavu, and with an upgrade sometimes. Of course, it's in 2 colors, like, but in a Gruul deck. Oh, this is so powerful.
It's pretty wild.
Cut Seal, Malamet Exemplar for 1 green and white. It's a 3/3. Your opponents can't cast spells during your turn. Whenever one or more creatures you control, each with power greater than its base power, deal combat damage to a player, draw a card. So it's 1 card per turn, without first strike and without double strike. 3 mana 3/3 and 3 mana 3/3, and on your turn opponents cannot do anything. This is better than hexproof on your turn. So it's just like they cannot touch their own creatures. Flesh, nothing. Explorer is a thing. Equipment is a thing. I mean, just having your opponent cannot do anything on your turn is powerful. I'm on a C+, and in color, I'm probably on a B. Because I think it's pretty easy for opponents like to must block you're kind of force them to block. And then you have good tricks. And then you have the green +3/+3 trample trick that makes a creature have bigger power than its base power, and it tramples to draw you a card. Like, your players, they can't deal with it right away. There's like +1/+1 counters in green with good explore stuff, good green +3/+3 trick that gives trample, and white has a bit of equipment. Yeah, I like this. I think it's a B in color, and I think it's a C+. How highly I pick it.
I think that's actually my exact grade too. Really strong. Really not super difficult to draw cards off of this. It's kind of surprised. Like, it does seem like it's kind of difficult, but explore, equipment, etc. I think are the main ones.
Yeah, the first ability sells it. Like, you're so safe.
Yeah.
You're so safe.
Yeah. I'm gonna read this and talk about it, and then I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick as you talk about it. Okay?
Agreed.
Master's Guide Mural. Agreed? That's a weird thing to say agreed to. But Master's Guide Mural. 3 white, blue, 5 mana total for an artifact. When Master's Guide Mural enters the battlefield, create a 4/4 white and blue golem artifact creature token. Craft with artifact. 4 white, blue. 7 mana. And it becomes Master's Manufactory. It's an artifact, and you can tap it to create a 4/4 white and blue golem creature artifact token. Activate only if Master's Manufactory or another artifact enter the battlefield under your control this turn. So that backside for uncommon is an engine, right? It's very expensive. And honestly, the front side is not incredible. That's a 5 mana 4/4, right? It's like a 5 mana 4/4 that leaves behind like an artifact, sure. But I would rather be flipping this and sacrificing this to effects, etc. I think that the tools exist for white and blue to play actually a pretty strong defensive game. I do think that you can actually get there. I think that 5 mana 4/4 is bad, right? I think that the flip side is strong but slow. That being said, I'm not going to pick this up super early because I actually don't think that you need this for the archetype to finish off games. But it'll be nice to have when you have it. Like, so I'm probably taking this at like a C-, and in color, it's probably a C+.
Oh, I can see this, man. I mean, this is... Yeah, 5 mana 4/4, then 7 mana 4/4. Like, let's look at it like that. Like 5 mana 4/4, and then 7 mana 4/4.
Yep, that's... and the backside's pretty dang good.
Yeah. And then you can, like, you get a lot of 4/4s probably. I think this is great. It's gonna be a little bit of tricky to, like... Aggro, I think, is gonna be fine in this format, so a little bit tricky. Blue has, like, really good Explorer. So, easier to get there. Easy, blue and white easy artifacts. Just need to build the deck a little bit. Like, there are map tokens. There's random artifacts. There is 1/1s. It's so easy to, like, continue making 4/4s. And if you make 3, like, that's crazy. I think I'm picking it as... like, this card itself is a game plan, I agree. I think I want to pick it as a... This is very powerful. And it's not really built around. It's just like... Like, how bad is a 5 mana 4/4? It's not that bad. So I'm gonna give it like, I'm a believer. I'm a believer. I'm gonna give it a C plus, and I'm gonna go with like a B in color. I think that's fine. And I think you can pump out artifacts with a lot of the cards that you have. Grade is a C plus, and in color B. Ninkansil. Current Conductor. For green and a blue, it's a 2/3. Whenever a creature you control explores a land card, you may put that land card from your hand. You may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. Whenever a creature you control explores a non-land card, put a +1/+1 counter on this guy. Oh! Wait, so we got like 4 really good explore creatures on common, 2 in green, 2 in blue, 2 blue ones being better, 2 green ones being pretty fine. It's like 1 2-drop, 2 3-drops, and 1 4-drop. You have a 2/3, that's already really good, right? Then like that explorer is also gonna ramp you, or you're just gonna make this like a really good 3-drop, then a good 4-drop, then it goes into a 5-drop. It's just gonna grow, or that's really good. But it does require other things to work well. I don't know if it's A-, because on its own, it's whatever. On its own, it's just like, who cares? Why would you make this Explorer? So it gets like 2 counters? By the way, Scotty, the last card I gave it a C+, and then in color, I gave it a B. What do you think is in color grade? I mean, the baseline is a 2/3, that's fine.
I thought the in color grade was going to be a C+. I was a little bit lower on it than you.
Go with a B- then for the last one?
Yep.
Okay, I think this one is like a C+. It still works if you make this Explorer with itself. I think it's a C+, and I think in color it's like a B. I think it's really good. I don't think it's a bomb. Because on its own it's just a 2/3, which is fine.
I'm a little lower on this.
Huh?
Yeah, but not by that much. So you're like C plus B?
Yeah.
I'm like CB minus.
Okay, but what do we
I'll
do?
go with the B. I'll go with yours. You're the streamer.
No! What are you? Oh my god, you get it again. Oh, this is easier.
I can barely hear you. Can chat hear Lola?
Can you hear me, guys? Like, is it fine?
You got really quiet for a second.
Really? Maybe
Am I crazy?
did I talk here? Was it like this? Can you hear me well now?
Okay, it's better now. Okay, yeah.
I'm low? Can you hear me? Is this okay, guys?
Yeah, you're good. You're good. You're good.
Was low? Okay, whatever.
It was low, yeah. Ukbenbach. Ben for short. The Great Mistake. 3 blue, black, 5 mana for a legendary creature, skeleton horror. It's a 6/4 with vigilance and menace. Descend 8. 4 blue, black, return Ukbenbach, the Great Mistake, from your graveyard to the battlefield with finality counter on it.
Ukbenbach.
Ukbenbach. Okay, Ukbenbach.
Ukbenbach.
Ukbenbach. That's a great name, actually.
It's fun. That's fun.
I love that. Look at this. Look, a very jolly fellow.
It is a very
friendly. Yeah, look, he's happy. Look, his big smile
on
his face. Only good vibes with this Ukbenbach. Anyway, so menace on a 6. I don't really like this guy. I don't really like it. I understand it comes back twice. Descending 8 is not particularly easy. You can count this as a permanent for the Descent 8. Is that right?
Yeah.
Like, you have to have 7 and this in your graveyard.
You gotta have 8.
Yeah, you gotta have 8, yeah. Only comes back once. It's like an okay body for the first time. I'm on like a... Wow, I'm on like a D plus C here for Ukbenbach, which feels bad because it's a very friendly looking fellow.
Yeah, I'm okay with a D plus C. I mean, it's just one big body. Visual Menace is pretty cool, but 4 toughness does hurt it. Like, if you're attacking, that's nice. I don't know, black-blue. I mean, blue can be pretty aggressive, so that's fine. You have a lot of exploring, like, good exploring blue. You can mill a bit here, you can mill here and there. But like the reward is cool. You get it again. I don't think this is anything special. Like it's still a 5-drop. Like 5 mana 6 for menace is fine, I guess. Wait, what do you get? Like D plus C?
D plus C.
Yeah, it's very hard to get the Dissentate. It's very hard. And on its own, it's like fine-ish. Zoyova Lava Tongue for black and red. It's a 2/2 Death Toucher. And at the beginning of your end step, if you descend it this turn, each opponent may discard a card or sacrifice a permanent. And this thing deals 3 damage to each opponent who didn't. Okay. I mean, this could hurt you. Like, they start sacrificing lands in the late game. And get a descent. This can hurt. But, like, 3 damage is a lot, but you do need to descend. And, I think this is the guy why you thought, like, the black-red deck is gonna be descent based.
Yeah, but all the other things around it stink.
Yeah, the commons are stinky. I mean, it's a 2/2 Death Touch. That's not bad. Early in the format, like... I mean, 3 damage is not nothing, right? So, like... If you're double spelling with this on turn 4, that's kind of cool. I think it's fine. I think it's like a C-, and in color is probably like a C+. Maybe a B-, maybe I'm wrong. It's easy to descend, I think.
I'd like to do B- in color.
Yeah, I can do B- in color. I can go with that.
I'm also on a C. I'm drafting this as a C.
Oh.
I do... Maybe I should be worried more about them pitching lands in the late game, but I think that it's not that difficult. I think there's a lot of different ways to be able to descend, and triggering this repeatedly on curve is annoying.
It's a bit better in like if you're mostly red, so you can be more aggressive. And they kind of don't want to lose 3 life. Tokens do not trigger this, no. Tokens do not count as any descent. Ah, okay. Oh wait, what? Oh, sorry. I got Huatle here. Abuelo.
Abuelo, Ancestral Echo. 1 white, blue, 3 mana total for a creature. Legendary creature spirit. It's a 2/2 with flying and ward. And you can pay 1 white blue to exile another target creature or artifact you control. Return it to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. The main thing I'm interested in is flickering artifacts, right? Because there's a lot of crafting artifacts that do fancy things on ETB. Flicker your saws, flicker your icicles. Not a bad effect, and kind of annoying to kill. Hard to kill Windrake? Whatever, right? Hard to kill Windrake that you can pay 3 mana with normal things in the set and get value off of them. You can even flicker your gnome bag, you know, for your 3 mana gnome bag. And
yeah, 3 mana make 2/1/1s is really nice.
Yeah, like this is so it's a good effect. It's a good effect on a hard to kill Windrake. I'm kind of into it. I would probably take this as like a C+, and in color I think it's like a... You do have to spend mana. In color I think it's like a B-.
I mean, 3 mana just make 1/1/1 is kind of okay on a Windrake. With Ward 2, make 2/1/1s, that's really good. You can like flicker your 3/2 and sacrifice something and then make 2 +1/+1 encounters on things. Also get a blocker, I guess. 3 mana on this guy to explore or make a map token. Is not the end of the world. Don't think it's very crazy though. You can also just like save your things. You can make a 4/4. That's pretty crazy. That is pretty crazy. Yeah, making a 4/4 is really good. C. And I'm okay with a B-. Like, yeah, this is a good late game mana sink for this type of deck. C and a B-. Seems fine. We're on to the rares, by the way, guys. We're done with the signpost uncommons. Amalia Benavides Aguirre. Benevide Aguirre, I think. White and black. 2/2. Ward, pay 3 life. Whenever you gain life, this thing explores. Then destroy all other creatures if its power is exactly 20. Okay, so that's not gonna happen. Isn't it Aguirre? Aguirre. Okay. So how do you gain life? in these colors?
Bats.
Oh, 1/1 lifelink bat.
Bats.
With 1/1 lifelink bat? That's an uncommon?
Yeah, the white one too. There's two lifelink bats. There's the vampire 2/2 with descend.
And there's a 1/1. They're both uncommons though.
Yeah, the 2-drop vampire spirit with descend 4 has lifelink.
There is a 4-mana like grasping shadows. On common, there is like Echo of Dusk if you descended a lot. And what about like gain life in these colors? Like you can gain life with a 6-drop, I guess. Gain life with a, like the artifact that makes 2 1/1s. Oh, there's Acolyte of Alakzots, like the 1/4.
Oh yeah, there we go. Sacrifice your real 2-drops and 3-drops to gain 1. Let's go.
What? Wait, what?
I was kidding. No, I do like that card a decent amount, but
Yeah, I mean, you're the one who was talking it up, and then now it's like, you know, it's the worst thing ever. It kills better things than it. I mean, it's fine. I don't think it is that easy to do this. Like, I think it's like C- and in color like C-.
I think I'm taking this at like a D+.
Yeah, I'm taking this as a D+ as well, or yeah, D+, and I guess C- in color. I mean, it can be better, I guess, but it's hard to make it better.
Not a huge fan.
Yeah, not a huge fan. Well, what is the in color? C-, okay?
C-, yeah. The Ancient 1, blue black for a legendary creature, Spirit God. It's an 8/8 with Descend 8. The Ancient 1 can't attack or block unless there are 8 or more permanents in your graveyard. You can pay 2 blue and black to draw a card, then discard a card. When you discard a card this way, target player mills cards equal to its mana value. Oh. No. No, I don't like spending 6 mana to do actual nothing. Yeah. Do you like spending 6 mana to do actual nothing, Lola?
Wait, I mean, I get an 8/8. Oh, Descent
Eventually.
8. Oh, I thought it was Descent 4.
Oh yeah, that would be a good card. This is a rough card.
I thought you just discard something bigger and... Yeah, this is garbage. Just pitch an 8-drop. I think this is garbage.
Just pitch your cycler, yeah. Just what are you doing? Just pitch the cycler, mill half your deck.
No, pitching a cycler seems good.
Yeah, pitching a cycler legitimately feels pretty good, right? Pitch your...
But it's just like an 8/8. It's huge, but it's like... You also need to have a cycler in your...
In your hand?
In your hand? I mean, I don't like this, man. I don't like this.
I am picking this at a D-, and I think in color it's like a D.
Sure, same. Animpakal, 1000th Moon. For 1, red and white, it's a 1/2. Whenever you attack with 1 or more non-gnome creatures, put a +1/+1 counter on this thing. Then create X 1/1 colorless gnome artifact creature tokens that are tapped and attacking, where X is the number of +1/+1 counters on this thing. Wow, this is crazy. This is really crazy. This is like Krenko, but it doesn't have to attack. This is a Krenko that doesn't have to attack. Krenko that doesn't have to attack. So it's gonna be like a
board impact.
What?
And immediately work.
Yeah, it's a 2/3 right away probably. And it never has to attack. It's, oh my god. This doesn't grow exponentially. It does. Like, okay, of course, yeah, it doesn't grow exponentially, whatever. It grows linearly. Sure. Wow. Okay, come on. Alright. Can you put +1/+1 counters on this with these colors? There is the 3 mana 2/3 that puts +1. Does anything else put +1/+1 counters in these colors?
The 2-drop, the actual 2-drop.
Oh, the 2-drop. Yeah, the 2-drop.
Yeah.
Oh my god. This is I I'm 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 picking this as an A minus, and it's an A plus in color. Is this an A plus in color? I think it's A minus A. Okay, A minus A.
You do need real creatures to attack. It can't just trigger off the gnomes.
You can attack with this as well.
You can attack with that, yes.
The gnomes are attacking,
The gnomes are attacking.
which is kind of good for Boros, I think.
I'm on a B plus. I'm probably taking this as a B plus, but in color A is fine. This is really good. Card's
How highly
bonkers.
are you taking it?
A B plus. I think the card's bonkers.
And in color?
A.
Sure, I'm gonna splash for this.
Okay. The Belligerent. 2 blue, red. For a legendary artifact vehicle, it's a 5/5. Whenever the Belligerent attacks, create a treasure token until the end of your turn. Until the end of turn, you may look at the top card of your library at any time, and you may play lands and cast spells from the top of your library. And you crew for 3. This one's very interesting, right?
Mhm.
Because 4 mana, 5/5 vehicle, crew 3 is terrible.
Yeah.
It's actually horrendous.
Mm-hmm.
The turn after you crew with this, right? Like it's difficult to play a creature to crew this and then attack and also get good value off of it.
Yeah.
Like sure, you may get a land and maybe a spell if you're lucky, but ideally you have that creature in play already, so you get to use your full mana to full impulse off the top. I think that this is sweet and I want it to be good, and I don't think it's actually fantastic because I think the crew 3 and then attacking afterwards and then is kind of steep. So like crew 3, attack afterwards, then be happy about what you pull off the top. So it's really difficult to plan around this, and you have to jump through a lot of hoops to get there in terms of what you actually get off of it. I think I'm probably taking this at like a D plus, and in color, I think it's like a C.
I mean, you can play as many cards as you want.
As many cards, you're actual frenzying off the top, yes. Like experimental frenzy, full impulse, yeah. Impulse mode. You can draw many cards off the top.
So what do you give it?
I really think that this is a D plus. I'm taking it as a D plus, and then in color, I think it's a C.
Oh, I think this is better. And I red blue, I think is gonna be very good at being aggressive. Both blue and red side. Crew 3 kind of sucks. I think I'm picking this as a C plus, and I would give it like a B in color. I think it's pretty damn good.
Okay, I'm really not a fan of the crew 3.
Yeah. So what? You give it a C plus in color then?
No, I'll just go with your B.
We can go to a B minus then.
Sure.
Deep Phantom Echo. It's like seems like a. It's like you can play anything. It's like any amount of cards. So it's not nothing. Deep Phantom Echo. Like let's go back a little bit. Like, what if you just drew a card and made a treasure token every time you do this?
That'd be pretty garbage.
It's also treasure. Yeah. This is way better. Treasure token is a real deal. I think it's a good card.
Okay.
Deep Phantom Echo. We're gonna see. It's super weird because you need to attack, but I think the big deal is that red blue is attacking a lot, and this is like kind of your top end, and go and flood the board a few times because your things cost like 1, 2, 3.
I just want to. How good do you think the actual future sight effect? Like actual future sight is in the set. Do you think it's good?
Wait, remind me. Future Sight is like you can play a card from the top of your library.
Yes.
How much does it cost? Is it 4?
5.
It's 5. I think that's waivers.
Do you think that tapping 5 mana and putting a card into play is less hoops to jump through than the Belligerent?
Wait, let me see. Just 1 second. Let me see if I'm right about it. Like Future Sight. Oh, Future Sight is yeah. Future Sight is garbage. It's garbage.
It's So you're thrilled about the 4 mana to play it initially, and then the treasure token?
Yeah. So like it's 4 mana, and it's not triple blue. It affects the board a bit. It affects the board. It does affect the board. It's not like it just doesn't. And you get a treasure token, which is pretty huge, I think. I mean, like, I think Future Set is just not a good card.
Okay.
And
I also agree that this is better than Future Sight. I didn't think by that much, though.
I think it's way better.
Okay.
It's like a triple blue, 5 mana is a huge difference, and just like not affecting the board in any way. And I think also like blue-red is very good at attacking, so it's gonna be fine to not have to... that you're not gonna be on the defensive that many times. Deep Phantom Echo. For 2 and a green and a blue. It's a 4/4. At the beginning of combat on your turn, this thing explores. Then you may have it become a copy of another creature you control until end of turn. Okay, why not? Like, okay, so like you explore every turn. You play it, it's a 4/4 that explores. And then it's gonna explore every turn. Being a copy of something, I mean, that could be fine. It's usually the, like, not very often the 4/4, you're gonna have something better than a 4/4. But if you do, great effect. I don't really care about that part of the effect, even though it's the one that's like the most discussable. I don't care about it much. Like just like 4/4 that's gonna explore every turn is incredible. I think it's a B-, and I think in color it's like a B+.
Okay, I'll probably take it as a B, but in color, a B+ is perfectly fine. Geshath, Sun's Avatar, 5, red, green, white. For legendary creature, dinosaur avatar, it's a 7/6 with vigilance, trample, haste. When Geshath, Sun's Avatar deals combat damage to a player, reveal that many cards from the top of your library. Put any number of dinosaur creature cards from among them onto the battlefield and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Shockingly, Geshath is kind of small.
Yeah, very small.
For like an 8 mana creature.
Very,
Haste,
extremely small.
Vigilant.
I don't think it's kind of small.
Yeah. Haste, trample, sure. Like if they block with like a 4/4, you reveal 3, and then you put a dinosaur in play.
Hopefully.
It's not great. I think I think Geshath is an F.
It's garbage. I'm gonna give it a D-. It's so bad. Like it's 8 mana. Like this is so bad. I'm okay with an F. Like you don't play this. You don't splash for this.
So 3 mana, pirate, whatever, makes a treasure on 3, whatever, right? Yeah, like it's you can splash it, you can ramp into it.
Yeah, you can.
But I don't want to.
I don't even think that the reward is there. Like
Yeah, it's not there.
it's a 7/6. If it was a lot, like if it was a lot bigger, then I kind of liked it. But this is like 6 mana, 7/7 dinosaur exists, which scries for 2, and can be like very hard to block. That's 6 mana in green. This is 8, and you're splashing for it, and it's a 7/6. Sure, trample, vigilance, haste. This is not a 7-drop. This is... I thought this would be a 7-drop. I don't think it would be very good. But it would be better. This is an 8-drop. I don't think I ever play this. F. I don't think this ever... Basically, I think this basically never makes your deck better. So F. Molten Collapse. For a green... For a black and red.
Oh, yep.
Thank you very much, Dogan. Choose one as a sorcery speed. If you descend at this turn, you may choose both instead. Destroy target creature or planeswalker. Destroy target non-creature, non-land permanent with mana value 1 or less. So, what are you destroying with like mana value 1 or less? Basically nothing. So it's like 2 mana, destroy target creature or planeswalker, sorcery speed. It's good. C+, in color, B-.
Exactly where I had it as well.
Sorcery speed and being a little bit harder to cast is I don't think it's a B or higher.
Oh, the Myco Tyrant.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah, I like you already. It's 1 black green, 3 mana total for legendary creature Elder Fungus. It's a star with trample. The Myco Tyrant's power and toughness are each equal to the number of creatures you control that are fungi and/or saplings. Oh. At the beginning of your end step, create X11 black fungus creature tokens with this creature. This creature can't block, where X is the number of times you descended this turn. Oh, you have to count the number of times you descended in the turn? Sheesh. Oh, I'm disappointed. They can't block. And you have to keep descending? Like, yeah, it could get kind of big, and yeah, you can go kind of wide. It's slow, though, to build up, because it's not like you're going to have fungus.
There is a good amount of commons, I guess, that are
Yeah.
fungus.
The 2-drop that exiles from hand, that's a fungus, right?
Yeah. No saplings.
Yeah. No saplings, okay.
It counts itself, so it's like 1/1.
I'm like okay taking a turn off if the upside is there. Is the upside there?
You gotta explore, that's very slow.
Yeah, so explore is slow. Milling yourself is probably the best way to go.
Yeah, it's not easy to mill yourself a lot.
I'm not jazzed. I feel like I'm taking this as a D, and in color it's probably like a C minus.
I'm okay with D and C minus. That'll be permanent cards as well. I don't know. I'm not a big fan. Not a big fan. C minus is maybe too high, but I think that when some decks are gonna like have enough mill, that's like the biggest thing. And it's like you really are taking that turn off, and you're getting like one big body. Are you getting the 1/1s? I don't know. It's so much work. It's too much work, I think. Yeah, I'm okay with what do you give it as a base grade?
I gave it as a D as my
Yeah.
base grade.
D and a C minus seems good. Palanis Hatcher for 3 and a red and a green. It's a 5/3. Other dinosaurs you control have haste. And when this thing enters the battlefield, create 2 0/1 green dinosaur egg tokens. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you control 1 or more eggs, sacrifice an egg, then create a 3/3 green dinosaur creature token. This is crazy. This is crazy. That's... wow. Okay, so you play it, and basically always... like, even if they kill it right away, you get the 2 0/1s. So, that's something. You get a 5/3 and a 3/3. And 3/3 has haste. Next turn you get another 3/3. That's like 3 bodies. 5/3 and double 3/3. That is so much. And your other dinosaurs have haste, right? So when you play like your big boy, well, boom. I do think this is a bomb. I think this is A minus, and in color, I am okay with giving this an A plus. Yeah, I'm okay with comparing this to Graph Triplets. It's close.
Okay. I think that's perfectly fine by me too.
Okay.
Quintorius Cond. 3 red, white. For a legendary planeswalker, Quintorius has 4 starting loyalty. Whenever you cast a spell from exile, Quintorius Cond deals 2 damage to each opponent and you gain 2 life. +1, create a 3/2 red and white spirit creature token. -3, discover 4. -6, exile any number of target cards from your graveyard. Add red for each card exiled this way. You may cast those cards this turn. I don't really see that many worlds where I don't just play this in plus. I guess I guess if you exile cards and you cast a bunch of spells, you can drain for a bunch of life. Yeah, if I'm confident I can kill them at 7 loyalty, sure.
So never -4, -3. You just don't do
I don't know why it would ever -4, -3.
If
Like
you
if I
you-
really need a removal spell.
I mean, not just that. It's like you drain for 2, so maybe that kills them.
Oh sure, yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, Discover is exile. You're right.
Discover is
That's
exile,
a little
yes.
bit better. That's a little bit better. This is a 5 starting loyalty planeswalker that creates creatures when you plus it. That's absurd.
That is absurd.
That's all it doesn't even need anything else, and it's just gravy on top of that. Bonkers, fantastic. This is a bomb. I am taking this as an A, and in color it's an A.
So that's a very good way to protect itself. Like if you go like plus 3 times and -6, you kind of win. Like if they don't manage it. Um, I'm okay with like. Is the last card better? It is, right?
I think the last card is better. Yes.
So you gave it
That's
like
true. My
an
grade was higher. Should probably be an A minus.
A minus A for this one.
I'm down for that. Yes.
This incredible card, yeah. It is crazy. Sahili, the Sun's Brilliance. For a blue and a red, it's a 2/2, and you can pay blue and a red and tap it to create a token that's a copy of another target creature or artifact you control. Except it's an artifact in addition to its other types. It gains haste, sacrifice at the beginning of the next end step. Yeah, that's the no. So doesn't need to be sorcery. We got a Fable at home. I mean, this is good. And you have like a lot of ETBs in this set. You do have enough ETBs in this set. That is quite good. But I don't think it's broken or anything. It is pretty good. You can't craft with that token because it gets out and that's it. Kiki Jiki at home, yeah. I think it's pretty good. It's I mean C. C minus, C plus in color, C minus out of color. I don't think it's broken.
I'm on a C plus. Yeah, I'm a little bit higher on it, but not by that much.
Okay.
Sovereign Okinek Ahau. 2 green, white, 4 mana. For a legendary creature, Cat Noble, it's a 3/4 with ward 2. Whenever this attacks, for each creature you control with power greater than that creature's base power, put a number of +1/+1 counters on that creature equal to the difference. Okay, we need to translate this because it looks like it's in English, but it's not really in English. Whenever this attacks, for each creature you control with power greater than that creature's base power, put a number of +1/+1 counter on that creature equal to the difference. So if it's a 1/1 that has a +1/+1 counter on it, it adds 1 additional +1/+1 counter. Then the turn afterwards, it adds 2, right?
Yeah.
And then afterwards, it adds 4 or whatever. If you have a 1/1 with a short sword on it, adds 1, right?
Yeah.
So like whatever the delta is between the actual written power and
the 3
what its
mana
actual
+2/+2
is.
equipment.
Yeah,
is
then it'll double. It'll double that.
And if you play a +3/+3 trample trick on this one before combat, that's not bad.
And this could have an incredible immediate board impact. You play this, it has ward 2, you attack,
Yeah.
and it could be really, really good. That's
okay. Imagine this: you play this into a 5 mana 4/3 that gives everything +2/+1.
yeah, and then you win the game.
You win the game.
You win the game. Yeah, you just win. I'm taking this as an A minus, and I think in color it's an A.
Wait, what do you get?
I'm taking this as an A minus, and in color I believe it's an A.
Oh, that's I think a bit too high. Like it does on its own, it's whatever. Like it really does require a lot of work.
A lot of work, as in like it just works naturally with good commons in the set.
But which ones?
Short sword, explore, right? Immediate impact. When
I
you attack
mean,
with
the
it.
exploring green is like it's like 2 green cards that explore.
Sure.
It works very well with a white 3-drop that puts 2 +1/+1 counters.
The white 2-drop that puts a +1/+1 counter.
Yeah,
Short
it
sword
works
and
with
white.
that. Yeah, I forgot about that one. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, this is really good, but I don't think it's a bomb. Because it's not always gonna have like you are going to like.
Oh, I misread it actually. Sorry, for some reason I thought it's whenever it attacked. I got a little confused with the red white one.
This this has to attack. No, wait, fuck, yeah. That's I knew it, and then I forgot about it. Yeah, this has to attack.
Well, I was so adamant in saying it has immediate board impact.
Yeah, it doesn't. Fuck, I knew that, and I
So like
I don't know. I got confused. I
I confused you. I'll take responsibility for that one.
I mean, the
I think
uncolored
that's
says
I think
opponent
that's way
cannot do
worse, actually.
anything on your turn.
Yeah, oof. Okay, I'm like way lower on it. Like a B minus B, you know.
I'm okay with a B minus B, but it's gonna be better in a lot of decks. But it really like it's. I'm okay with a B plus, like in color. Like this does work very well with like a +3/+3 trick as well. You put it there, and let's go. And it like works very well if you manage to take 2 times, and the ward 2 is there to help it a bit. I'm okay B minus and C plus. B minus and a B plus if you want to go there.
Okay, I'm there as well.
Okay. Squirming Emergence for 1 and a black and a green. It has Fathomless Descent, which means it counts the target, the permanence that you have in your graveyard. Return target non-land permanent card in your graveyard with mana value less than or equal to the number of permanent cards in your graveyard. Return to the battlefield, okay. Wait, this is so weird. Return to the battlefield target non-land permanent card in your graveyard. Return to the battlefield target non-land permanent card. English is not my main language, but I don't think that's how you word it. Isn't it like the return target non-land permanent card to the battlefield? What the hell? Okay, I mean, I just don't like this, period. What is this? It's like 1/1. It's Golgari. I don't like this at all. I think I'm picking it as a D minus, and in color, I'm picking it as a D minus.
I'll argue for a D in color.
Why?
Because I actually think it's not that far. Well, it is worse than the 5 mana reanimate, like for sure. But in terms of buying something back, like a 3 mana buy something back to hand, I think that is a desirable effect. Even if it's the worst one, it's a desirable effect for green and black.
This is a desirable effect. Like you need to you need to descend 4 to get a 4 drop back. You need to descend like 6 to get a 6 drop back.
Yeah, I don't think it's that bad.
I don't even care that this costs 3, man.
It's true, because like actually, funnily enough, because of how cheap it is, it's the common one, right? I think this is the worst than the common one by a lot. Because it's not even that difficult to double spell with that one. The mill 2, bring 2 back.
I mean, the problem is like this is always a 1/1. That's it.
Yep. It's just that's it. Yeah.
Like this is a
That's it.
very conditional 1/1. Very conditional 1/1. Like why? Like why? Like how is this a D? Like, it's kind of like an F, but I guess you can play it.
Pretty bad. I don't think it'll ever play that badly out, you know, because I actually feel like you're just going to naturally be filling up your graveyard, and by the time you actually want this effect, it's going to be active for most things you want to be targeting.
But it's like you
But
don't
it's never
want
exciting.
this.
You're jumping through holes. I'd rather just play a creature.
You don't want this effect. That's the thing.
You don't think you actually... Well, because like it doesn't actually help you grind. You're emphasizing the 1/1 part.
It's like get a 1/1 creature with a very conditional...
Give it an F. Why is this a D minus then?
I mean, because it can make your deck, I guess. I mean, maybe you have like 2
I'm putting an
Chupacabras.
F in.
I mean, maybe you have like 2 Chupacabras and like a rare. And then I'm like, okay, I would like to play this. So I think it's still a D minus. Wait, you were the D guy.
I'm the D guy. I've got the D, huh?
You're the D guy.
I'm the D guy.
You're a big
All
boy.
right. I'm okay to make my D a little D minus.
Okay. You're too modest. Your D is an A plus. But a D minus seems fine for this card.
Veto. Fanatic of Aklazolts. 2 white black for 4 mana total for a legendary creature. Vampire Demon. It's a 4/4 with flying. Whenever you sacrifice another permanent, you gain 2 life. If this is the first time this ability is resolved this turn. If it's the second time, each opponent loses 2 life. If it's the third time, create a 4/3 white and black vampire demon creature token with flying. Another permanent, any permanent, map tokens. Fungus.
Treasures. Nah, you're not gonna have treasures.
Your land. Your stupid cave land. Yeah, treasures. Yeah, wow.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. And it's already like at its base. 4 mana, 4/4 flying.
You can do this like sometimes the 3 times with like.
I don't think it's that difficult to do it 3 times.
I don't think it's super easy, but you can do it.
The common, right? Sacrifice something, get a map token. That's already 2.
Yeah,
We're in.
that is too.
Yeah, we're in. Just like that, and like have another map token lying around, or literally have 3 black mana and the other 4 drop.
Wait, yeah, that's 3 black mana, or just have 0
Yeah.
mana and the 2/1.
Yeah, I don't think this is that difficult. This is really good.
I mean, it's
This
a 4
card's
mana
really
4/4
strong.
on his base. That's kind of fine.
Yep.
And even if it just gains
Ah.
you some life, makes opponent lose some life, that's great.
I think I want to take this as a B plus, and in color, I think this is an A minus.
Okay, I don't think it's that good. All right. Okay. I was talking it up with you, but I think that's too much. I don't think
You think it's too much? I think it's a bomb. I think it's a bomb.
Okay, I don't think you have that many sacrifice effects. The 2/1 is an uncommon. The 4 mana 3/3, I'm not a huge believer that that's like super powerful.
I'm a believer. I was higher on all these cards than you were, so it makes
Yeah.
sense.
I mean, you have some white things that are just you sacrifice them on their own, but you kind of need 3 times. If you don't sacrifice 3 times, then it's really good. It's just really good. I'm okay with a B
It's
minus,
just really
but
good. Yeah.
in color, I'm like, I can go up to B plus if that's okay. It is sweet though. Veil of the Forgotten for a blue and a black. Okay, so if you have descend, so descend 8, choose one if there are 8 or more. So you choose one even without descent. That's so weird how they put it. Like you choose one even if you don't have any descent. But if there are 8 or more permanent cards in your graveyard, as you cast this, you may choose one or more instead. The choices are return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand, target opponent discards a card, and look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one of them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. So, when you don't have descent, like discarding a card is bad, looking at top 3 cards is bad, returning something to its owner's hand is fine. No, it's still bad. It is bad.
It's still bad at sorcery speed.
It is a sorcery speed card, which I didn't see at first. That is really bad. When you have Descend 8, opponent probably has no cards, so that doesn't work. So you're just getting a 2-for-1. You're not even getting a 2-for-1. You're just returning something and getting a card. I don't see anything good about this card. Like, look at the top 3 and put 2 of them in the graveyard. That's probably like the best thing you can do, because you maybe care about Descent, which I don't think that you care that much about. Yeah, I'm not big on this. Out of color, like a D, and in color, D plus.
Pretty close. I'm gonna draft this as a D minus, and in color it's like a D plus.
Okay. And there we go. That is the tier list. It's done for Lost Caverns of Ixalan. I'm pretty sure we didn't miss a card. Do we have a missed card on the tier list? We do not. Beautiful. This was not a long time. Like, this was kind of like 12 hours, but it was maybe a little bit less.
It was more than 12 hours. We did it. Bingo.
Like, if we were maybe... Okay. The full time of streams was more than 12 hours. I agree with that. Now, Scotty, give me your color grading.
Blue's the best.
Blue is the best. Agreed. Number 1 blue.
Blue is
same
the
here.
best. I think it's spicy because, in my opinion, I think black is the next best. And white, I think, is pretty close to black. But I think red is a big wild card. Red is hyper aggressive and can be. If the end of the format comes, and everyone is like, "Oh, super obvious, red is the best color," I actually would not be surprised. That wouldn't shock me that much.
Okay, so you're going for like, what's your color? What's the grade, the color rating then? Blue?
I'm gonna go blue, black, red, white, green.
Okay, Blue easy, I think, same. Red next, I think, and then black and white are kind of similar, but I think black is a little bit better. And green the last, but not very far, not that far behind, I think. So, but I think blue-red like lead the pack. I think there's a very good red deck to be made with most things, so that's pretty great. Your ratings seem to suggest white is better than black. I could see that. I could see that. I could see white being better than black. But the problem with white is like it's just like it has like these how should I put this? It has like the 4 mana 3/2 that makes a 1/1 is really good. Like that's what gives white like a big upside in this format, I think. And the 2 mana that puts a +1/+1 counter. But I think the best. What?
I think the best white common by far is Miner's Guidewing.
The 1/1.
Yes, I think it's way better than the 4-drop.
You might be correct. Like I'm actually like white could be way better. White could be better than what I give it credit for. I feel like I think every color is playable, and I think just green is a little bit behind the other colors. I do think that all the other colors like do things very well. Black might be the second worst color, even though I think it's still pretty good. It might be second worst color. I'm just a believer with red because red just has a lot of good aggressive tools. Like it's very deep in what it's trying to do, and might not like there's a lot of C's, but they work very well in an aggressive shell. So like I think it's not that hard to make a good aggressive red deck. We're gonna see though.
Okay, I'm changing my mind because white was a long time ago.
Yeah,
I think it's blue, white, red, black, then green.
Oh, yeah. White could be the second best color. I think it could happen. It could happen.
I kind of forgot because like we started the set review with that, but like the comments are bangers, a lot of them.
Yeah. There is a lot of good. I forgot about it as well. There's like that 1/1. There is like a 3/2 that makes a 1/1. There is that good 2-drop that puts a counter somewhere. There is like I guess the 1/4 that can make things fly. And yeah, there is
the 3 mana 3/2 that sacks something has like 5 power attached to it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of solid, really like not just solid but exciting commons in white.
Yeah. Okay, white. Okay, I'm going blue, white, red, black, green. White, red
That's exactly
combined.
where I'm at.
I'm combining white, red, and I think I'm gonna move like some. I really need to test red if aggro is gonna be as good as I think to move some cards up. But yeah, I'm into white. It's just like that. Sometimes white cards can be a little bit conditional. Like the 3/2 that we rated really highly, and it might not be good all the time. Like a 3 mana artifact that makes 2 1/1s might not be good all the time. So that's the thing. Like usually, like really good blue cards, they're just always good. Okay. What was the name of the 2/1 that makes flyers? I mean, that's a rare. So, or a mythic. I don't remember. That's crazy. Okay. Well, that's gonna be it. And okay, now please tell me why the hell? Why is this set like connected to Minecraft? Nobody's talking about it. Like I don't see anybody talking about like this set being connected to Minecraft. So just tell me. What is this about?
I believe that crafting is only resonant as a game designer. I believe it's only resonant because of how popular Minecraft is. If Minecraft didn't exist, crafting would not make any sense to put in the set.
Really?
Yes. I believe you can only say that crafting is resonant with caves because of Minecraft.
I mean, really? I mean, isn't this like exploring things and then I don't know, you crafting?
Why would you craft in a cave? You have to be prepared before you go into the cave. It makes no sense that Minecraft has crafting in it, to be honest.
But why do you think there's crafting because of caves?
Because it's the Caverns of Ixalan.
Oh, that is true. But I mean, that is true. Okay, that is.
There's like no dwarfs in this set.
There are no dwarves. There is. I mean, come on. This set has like a ton of artifacts, like gnomes.
It's true.
And a ton of artifacts. Like if there are a lot of artifacts in the set, then there's gonna be crafting. I don't think it's Minecraft. I think it's the Minecraft that did it. Hi, Scotty. Who do you want to raid?
Who do you want to raid? Who's online?
And
Raph is still streaming in French. Raid Amy this time because she's actually doing a set review.
okay, let's do that. Let's raid Amy.